The standings. The Oklahoma City Thunder are unbeaten. They are 1 of 8, but because of point differential, it's going to matter. If they get a win this afternoon, they're going to want to pile on the points so they can get into the top 4 to qualify for the semifinals. And welcome you courtside here at the Pavilion. Pete Rennick, the Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas. Lauren Jabara will join us in a moment. Isaiah, we saw Oklahoma City yesterday, and we saw 2 big reasons why they add to their embarrassment of riches with A.J. Mitchell and Brandon Carlson.
I mean, Carlson, you know, we were very impressed with him yesterday, and the winners know how to win. OKC knows how to win. They're NBA champions, and everyone who's now on the floor, they try to follow what has been done in the regular season. So every player that comes out now, there's a certain attitude that he plays with. There's a certain character that he brings to the table. And, you know, Presti has done a great job building this team. And this Carlson kid, I really like the way he played yesterday.
23 from him, 4 of 6 3-point shooting. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they have got a couple of high-level rookies in Jeremiah Frears and Derek Queen.
You know, I love Jeremiah Frears. I mean, you know, Chicago kid, you know, so we know the Chicago point guards are really good, and we know what they bring to the table. There's a certain amount of competitiveness, and you know, and Queen, you know, from Maryland, you know, had a great season there. And, you know, I don't know if he's playing tonight, but if he's playing tonight, it'd be interesting to see him and Carlson go at it.
And also Micah Peavy, part of that class. Pelicans lost their game yesterday to Portland last night, 93-87. Let's check in with the third member of our crew, Lauren Jabara.
Thanks so much, guys. Adding on to Jeremiah Frears, he might be the youngest guy on this New Orleans Pelicans team, but he also is one of the most fearless guys. He plays with an extremely high amount of tenacity and grit. I got to chat with him pregame. I said, what's this summer league experience been like for you? He says it's been incredible. I've been able to grow and learn a lot about myself. I said almost every single one of your teammates has been here to support you. What does that mean to have some of these vets watching you guys? And he said it's honestly incredible because I feel like they want to see us succeed, and then they also are supporting. It's building team chemistry at that point. I said, what are the Pelicans getting in a guy like you, Zeke? He said, a dog. They're getting an absolute dog that wants to win. You love to hear it.
I love the fact that he chose the number 0 because no fears.
I'm just saying, Chicago point guards, they come to play, they come to compete, they don't back down, they take names, and they kick.
Fears and Reeves will start in the backcourt for the Pelicans. Get a good long look, I think, this afternoon at Chris Youngblood for Oklahoma City. Don't know if Carlson will play this afternoon. Of course, he returned to action after a long absence. Thunder in white and the dark blue for the Pelicans, and off the jump. What's the decision? All right. New Orleans ball. New Orleans 0-3 here in Summer League, losing to Minnesota 98-91. Lost to the Lakers by 13, 94-81. And lost to Portland 93-87 yesterday. Ball denial by Ward.
And they try to put it in the post, and we see a lot of teams that don't use their post players. And consequently, the post entry pass has been lost in the game today.
Turnaround jumper missed by Lester Quinones.
I mean, Stockton and Malone feeding the post. I mean, Stockton was an excellent post feeder. And some of his skills needs to be taught in the game today from a post playing standpoint.
Portman misses the three. Reeves on the advance for the Pelicans. Pelicans 21-61 a year ago. Reeves had 18 points last night in the loss to Portland. Derek Queen, a double-double again, 17-10. Top side, Fears, 4-3. Jeremiah Fears, just 2 for 12 from 3 coming into today's game, but drops in the 3 ball.
He may be 2 for 12, but I tell you, he's a very special, gifted offensive player.
Youngblood can't respond with the 3. Dickinson with a rebound for the Pelicans. Nice baseline move. Reeves denied, out of bounds. It will stay with the Pelicans. Fears averaging 14 points per game here in Vegas. Comfortable rhythm 3. Fears will try again. Not make this time. Rebound to Brooks Barnhizer. Barnhizer's been a defensive specialist with high steal games. Here's a Youngblood 3. Rimming no. And rebound to Fears. Dickinson calling for it. Leons with the takeaway. Defense, the ability to force turnovers, a calling card for the Thunder last year. Youngblood for 2.
And Youngblood said, okay, I've missed a couple of them, so I'm just going to take me a basket here.
Dickinson trying to feed inside, and Reeves was being held by Youngblood. The Thunder last year, outstanding in so many regards. Their turnover margin was just insane. How few they committed, how many they forced. They led the league in that category. They forced 17 a game and committed fewer than 12 a game.
Well, they are committed to defending, and you know, from the way they draft to the way they teach to the way they play. So it's not surprising that the way they are playing today, coming out with the type of intensity, working, moving, you know, they just know what they want to do and how to do it.
Nice move by Gortman. That is a skill that I don't want to say that it's getting lost in the NBA, but that's a skill that you love to have. You like to have a skill like that from Fears, the ability to create your own shot. Gortman, I thought, did that on that last possession.
Yeah, but you know, the defenders now on the perimeter, they really have improved. So you have to work hard on the perimeter to get 2 feet in the lane, as we see here, because the defense is so good.
Great hands by
Gortman did a good job getting into the lane.
Shot clock was about to expire. It's going to be a turnover either way. Reeves thought about the 3. Dickinson trailing the play. Good defense by Barnhizer prevented the drive. Shot clock down to 4. Dickinson, a foul line jumper, off, and it's boarded by Ward. Barnhizer. Leones attacks. Oh, the block, but air in the whistle and a foul. And Leones will go to the free throw line. 5:59 remaining here in the first quarter. Pelicans out to an early 7-4 lead. Jeremiah Fears.
Oh, he got game. He got game.
And he got a hoop.
Nice.
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee our network.
At the free throw line for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Undrafted in his second year, appeared in 6 games with the Thunder a year ago, and part of a very successful Oklahoma City Blue G League franchise. And we talked about this yesterday, Isaiah. I think that Oklahoma City has done as good a job as any of leveraging their G League team to continue to build their talent level. And they even got their current head coach from the G League, because Mark Daignault was the coach of the Oklahoma City Blue. And in fact, Alex Caruso used to play for the OKC Blue as well. Leones for 3.
Their talent evaluation has been superb. Their development of players. And again, they know exactly what they want organizationally, the type of player they want, defense first, the type of character they want to bring inside the building. And, you know, you have to give Sam Presti a lot of credit for sticking to his beliefs, understanding exactly what he wanted, and then took the time to build it.
That corner 3 is off by Reeves. Reynolds and Zach Austin into the game for the Thunder. Ward and Gortman are out. Those are the first substitutions for either side. Reynolds casts a 3, front rimming, back rimming, and in. Fears, a little out of control, turns it over. Reynolds thought about the 3. The 2 won't go, and Dickinson reels in the rebound. If there has been an issue for the Pelicans here in Vegas, it's been turnovers.
Well, when you have a young team, particularly a young point guard like Fears, and you're trying to develop them, you know, these are the things that will occur in the summer league. The unfamiliarity of playing with players, you will have a lot of turnovers.
Leones missing the jumper. Rebound picked up by Reeves. Quinones, former Golden State Warrior. Reeves. Out of bounds. It stays with the Pelicans. Fears gets his first break of the game. Christian Shoemate checking into the game along with Will Baker for the Pelicans, and Chase Hunter. Actually, Fears remains in the game.
And right now, my favorite player in Summer League is in the game, Carlson for OKC.
He didn't start. I was wondering if he would play. Shoemate casts a three off the iron. Offensive rebound for the Pelicans. Fears. He drives into traffic and draws a foul. We talked about Brandon Carlson yesterday. Fantastic game. 23 points, 7 boards against Orlando. And you sang Sam Presti's praises for finding this guy who was undrafted in 2024.
I mean, Presti has just been, you know, unbelievably good. And I compared him, you know, the other night to Jerry Krause, the great general manager for the Chicago Bulls that won 6 championships and putting together a team. Krause found a way to just always find talent to fit the team, and names that you never would think of, he would bring them in and find a way to make them successful. And that's what Sam Presti has done now.
Carlson for 3. Fears the rebound. He does really, truly, Isaiah, play with no fear. And a tough drive in the lane. Trey Alexander gets a trip to the free throw line. Did not play last night in the loss to Portland. He was with the Nuggets last year on a 2-way contract and averaged almost 26 a game for the Grand Rapids Gold, the G League affiliate of the Denver Nuggets. Oklahoma City calls a timeout here. 3:06 remaining in the first quarter. Pelicans lead it by 3. Fears was 7.
You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from
Tim Hardaway, Maurice Cheeks, myself, Ronnie Lester. I mean, there's a boatload of Chicago point guards that you have to live up to. And Fears coming out of Chicago understands he understands the assignment.
Yep. Brewer misses the three for more. Here's Lauren Jabara.
Yeah, guys, I talked to Corey Brewer before the game, their summer league coach, and he told me, I said, what are the intangibles that Jeremiah Fears has? Because obviously he's working on his size a little bit, getting a little bit stronger, the turnovers especially. But I said, those intangibles, what are they? He said he does a little bit of everything. He loves his defending. He especially loves his passing, and he's such a versatile player. And I feel like if he adds that patience and polish to his fire, he could be something really special down the line.
Yeah, Corey Brewer himself, he knows the big moment. NCAA title in 2007 and 13-year playing career in the NBA. Will Baker at the free throw line. Played for the Pistons in Summer League a year ago, and then with the Iowa Wolves in the G League. 8 straight by New Orleans. Thunder missing 6 straight shots. And now a turnover. Transition opportunity. A look ahead to Shoemate for the dunk. Pelicans out to a 9-point lead here, 17-8. Youngblood closely guarded by A.J. Hoggard. Carlson, shot clock down to 2. Gotta go. Baseline, did not get it away in time. Shot clock violation. Second turnover for the Thunder. Shoemate off the turnover, running the floor. Run wide. Good delivery. Out by Carlson for 2.
It's a good thing he dunked that one, because if he would have tried to lay it up, it would have been a block.
Hoggard went up, lost control of the basketball. Brewer, Euro step, off glass and in. Ty Brewer, that ends a 10-0 New Orleans run. Brewer, an undrafted rookie out of UAB. Alexander will try for 3. And the rebound, Leon. Carlson screens. Pick and pop. Carlson down the lane into traffic. Maintains the pivot foot. Had it knocked away. Good defensive play by Chase Hunter. This is Trey Alexander with it. Approaching 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Shot clock at 4. A prayer, no answer. Shoemate offensive rebound. Shoemate lines up a 3. Carlson claims the rebound. Both teams with a foul to give here. Under 2 minutes remaining. Shot clock at 9. Gortman, screened by Carlson. Gortman, skip pass, deflected. Leon got it to Carlson. Volley balled around, picked off. Pelicans. Alexander, yes, and the foul.
I tell you what, the Pelicans are really playing like solid defense, pushing it up the court, transition baskets, taking it to the hole. I mean, no let up. I'm gonna put my shoulder in your chest, back you up, and get the end one.
Youngblood with a foul. Alexander to the free throw line. That's how Corey Brewer liked to play. I mean, he was long, athletic. He was a menace in perimeter defense. 13-2 run New Orleans to build a 10-point lead.
And very wiry strong.
Shot clock off. Pass bobbled. 3 misfired by Brewer. Offensive rebound. Follow. No foul. Will Baker with the foul.
First team foul under 2 minutes.
Finished his collegiate career at LSU, did Baker. And Carlson will go to the free throw line. A Utah native and the Thunder participated in the Salt Lake City Summer League. Carlson makes both.
Tell you what, if he put on another 10 pounds, OKC's got something.
Gave it a good go. Well, the New Orleans Pelicans.
On fire. What did you like about your team's chemistry here this first quarter?
We came out and played hard. At the end of the day, it comes down to competing, and I think we're doing a great job right now. So just trying to keep it going.
And I know you're 18 years old. You're getting your first real taste of NBA action. What have you learned about yourself here through the Summer League experience so far?
Just continue to be resilient, bounce back no matter what. Good games is going to be good games, going to be bad games. So continue to bounce back every single game.
Jeremiah, zero fears. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Guys.
7 early points by him. Thank you, Lauren. And Barnheiser draws a foul as he goes to the rack. Well, Mike Miller, former NBA sharpshooter, 6th man of the year, he is Fear's agent. And he says, I predict he'll be an all-star in 3 years.
Oh, I don't think he's wrong. And when you pair him with Zion, if Zion gets back healthy and Zion gets back to where he's at, you got Fears and you got Zion. Hey, you got a 1-2 punch in the NBA that's going to be extremely difficult to guard as the years progress.
And of course, Zion Williamson had his contract locked in. That has been one of the things that such an incredibly talented player, but the best ability is availability, and it's not been there. And the Pelicans, like some other teams that we talked about, Orlando earlier this afternoon and evening, injuries. If you don't stay healthy, it's a really, really tough way to go. Shot clock violation. Zion missed 52 games. DeJounte Murray missed 51. C.J. McCollum missed 26. Brandon Ingram played in only 18 games before he was traded to Toronto at the deadline.
Yeah, when you name those names, you think about the talent that you just ran off. And, you know, if the Pelicans are healthy and they're playing good basketball, you know, they got a good coaching staff. You know, I just like the talent that they have, and I like the youth that they have. And all they need to do is get healthy. If they get healthy and a little luck, you know, they're gonna be a hard team to beat in the West.
He owns a contested 3 at the end of the shot clock, drew the foul. So we're talking about the best ability is availability, and really except for 2 years, Pelicans have seen him more in street clothes than they have seen him in a uniform.
Yeah, and the intriguing thing about him is that when you put up that graphic and you say, okay, in those games that he played over 35 minutes, how many games did they win? And that's the thing that keeps you intrigued about Zion and wanting to see if he can stay healthy, if he can get on track, because you know, when he plays, they're a tough team to beat.
And I think one thing that is maybe undersold about him is his ability to share and distribute the basketball.
Well, you know, a lot of times he's probably been played out of position, because in high school, you know, he was a point guard. He handled the basketball, and he come into college, you know, he's playing off the ball, and in the NBA, he played off the ball. But, you know, for the most part, when the ball was in his hands, he's tough, just like Fears is. Oh,
Fears,
don't give him that. Don't give him that.
What a handle by the Fears, but can't finish. Gortman and Leons can't handle the pass. That little sequence by Fears, that was pretty. Didn't result in a bucket, but it gives you just an appetizer for what he can be.
Yes, and the thing that I like about what we just saw, he was doing it to get position. He wasn't doing it to get fancy or to show off. He was trying to get his defender out of position. And that's the beautiful thing that you like about his handle.
Corner three comes up short by Brooks. And Gortman going strong to the rim and will earn a trip to the free throw line. Lester Quinones with the foul. Quinones went up vertical, but then the arms came down, and that's the reason for air in the whistle. And Gortman goes to the free throw line.
And that's what the official pays attention to. You know, do the arms come down? If you are straight up vertical and the arms don't come down, then that's a good defensive play. But as soon as you bring those arms down, that's when the whistle blows.
Gortman had a 17-point game in a win over Indiana. Thunder have defeated the Nets 90-81. Indiana 104-85, and then they beat Orlando yesterday 92-75. They're averaging 97 points a game, which is pretty impressive in a 40-minute game.
Very impressive. And, you know, you talk about their tempo, their pace, they're sharing the basketball. It's excellent.
Pelicans with 6 turnovers now. Thunder need to stay unbeaten. And a 5-second count, says Jenna Renault. So the Thunder turn it over. Pelicans trying to get their offensive mojo back. They hit their first 3. They have gone 0 for their last 8. Fears, pressure along the sideline, and a foul, Zach Austin.
But when you're playing against OKC, you expect OKC is going to turn up the defense. You know, whether it be in the summer league or whether it be in the regular season. You know, they're rooted on the defensive side of the ball, and they understand how to get stops.
Reeves into the lane. Threw up a wild shot. Ward with a miss for the Thunder. And now a steal by Austin. Barnheiser deals a miss and then a follow. Barnheiser trailing the play with the follow to pull the Thunder within 2. Barnheiser hitting the hardwood, but got the deuce.
Progressive makes it easy to get a quick commercial auto quote online, so you can get back to all your other.
thank you. Thanks for taking the time. I have to ask, I mean, it was a crazy rookie season for you between having such a great start, then getting hurt, but it finished out nice and sweet. What was that like winning a championship?
It was a crazy feeling. I mean, it was a dream for me. I started as a little kid, so really excited and blessed to be part of this.
Take me through your rookie season. I mean, what was that like for you? What did you learn about yourself, especially playing with so many incredible players, and it really feels like it's such a team organization?
Oh, yeah, I mean, they really helped me from day one, just to get comfortable, get used to everything. And it was a smooth transition from college to the NBA. And it was a great rookie season for me. Learned a lot about myself. Went through an injury, my first major injury, and it was great to just learn about myself, learn how to be patient, but also push through, and just be ready to be in the playoffs.
Yeah. How much did you lean on some of the veteran guys? Because I feel like guys like SGA, Lou Dort specifically, I mean, they've been there since the entire rebuilding process. How much do they kind of help this team gel together?
I mean, they help us a lot. I think just leading by example, the way they act, they behave. I think they're a great example for our team, and we just want to keep competing with them.
What was that championship parade like?
It was amazing. It was like a dream. I couldn't believe it was real. I think the best part was just being able to do this with our fans. I think for them it was like a really huge moment, and they deserve it. So it was fun.
And you know, Thunder fans are diehard. They absolutely love you guys. So that had to be incredible. Now you're heading into your sophomore season. What are one or two things that you're really working on with your game and then off the court as well?
I think a little bit of everything. Just being a better complete NBA player. Keep working on every part of my game, and then just keep working and getting better.
I know the season went long, but obviously for good reason. Do you get any time to relax? Are you doing anything fun this summer?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go back home, back to Belgium for a little bit, and then go to Italy, get some rest. I'm excited about that.
And what are you most looking forward to now your sophomore season? It's hard to top what you guys just did last year, huh?
Yeah, I mean, try to get back right there and keep working, getting better as a player, and keep doing what I can do to help this team win.
AJ, appreciate the time. Have fun in your travels this summer. We'll see you next season.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Guys, back to you.
Newton to steal. Thank you, Lauren. 20 points per game here in Vegas for A.J. Mitchell. 27 in the victory yesterday over Orlando. Fears, drives, off glass and in. That ends a 10-0 Thunder run. Pelicans lead it by 2. Ward, a spin away and a floater in the lane. Honeycombs into the bucket. Well, you heard Lauren talk about the Thunder fans and what tremendous diehards they are. And when you think about it, Isaiah, these two franchises, there is a connection. Dickinson, good look underneath. There is a connection because, of course, Katrina, New Orleans had to get out of the Big Easy. They were relocated to Oklahoma City. Really ignited that city's passion for NBA basketball, and then the Sonics relocate. So these two cities and these two franchises do have a connection.
They do have a connection, although it's a connection that was rooted in almost kind of tragedy. However, basketball was able to go to that community, ignite it. And that's what we always say, the NBA and basketball, it brings people together, it brings communities together, but it also ignites dreams in the imagination.
Reynolds works along the sideline. He's double teamed. Knocked out by Trey Alexander. Carlson back into the game. And Boardman also returns. Now this Pelicans team, a couple of key acquisitions. Jordan Poole comes over from the Wizards, and C.J. McCollum goes to D.C., and they also signed Kevon Looney. Talk more about the Pelicans when we come back. They lead it by 1.
If you take or have taken Humira for moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis and still have symptoms, you don't have to settle. Ask your gastroenterologist if switching to Rinvoq is right for you. It's one of the latest treatments from the makers of Humira. Rinvoq works differently than Humira and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can deliver rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and helps visibly reduce damage of the intestinal lining.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Rapid symptom relief and lasting steroid-free remission are possible with Rinvoq. Ask your gastroenterologist if switching to Rinvoq is right for you. You could pay as little as $0 per month.
Mom! Yeah? I fell. Okay.
Because we forget how important screening is in our league, and we look at all the guys who can dribble and shake and do all this stuff, but you know, if they don't come off good screens, none of it works.
And you look at the pressure from Oklahoma City being applied defensively. Leons and Gortman force a turnover. Thunder said we're gonna extend our defense. It's now 10 turnovers for the Pelicans. The other thing that Looney does, he offensively rebounds at a pretty good rate too.
Yeah, all the little things, and those are the things that help you win. You know, little things make the difference between success and failure, and he does all the little things.
Yeah, Looney can help you win basketball games, and he doesn't need the ball. And you combine him with Yves Missi, who had a wonderful rookie season. Alexander, punch out rebound, Fears, three, off. And rebound to Carlson.
And that offensive tackle will help you win a lot of football games, and he doesn't need the football.
No. But so many times, you know, in our league, it becomes a possession game. And if you're not shooting well, boy, you better get a good offensive rebounder. Well done, Trey Alexander for a tray. Pelicans lead is 3. They've led by as many as 10. And a 3 in response from Cameron Brown. Had 6 points yesterday against Orlando. Quinones, and now Fears. Drives, kicks, and a 3-point splash by Trey Alexander again.
Fears creates so much offense, and he puts so much pressure on the defense.
3rd assist for him. Gortman turns down the screen, spins foul line, sends it, can't score it. Rebound Shoemate. Trey Alexander's hit a couple of trays, gives way to Dickinson. Alexander for 3. Ball to an open space on the floor. Gortman, Quinones, A little hip check forces the turnover. Alexander lines up a three. Around and out. Tap rebound. Alexander gets it. Quinones unable to get it to go from three. 2 minutes remaining. Will Baker, Antonio Reeves back in for the Pelicans. Pelicans retain possession, fresh 14 for them. Fears talking with Corey Brewer over on the sideline. Fears a 9-point, 4-rebound, 3-assist effort. Tons of energy.
And he does it so easily.
Shot clock down to 4. Baker needs an outlet. Reeves got it away and hit. Antonio Reeves to beat the shot clock. And then a foul by Hunter, as the Pelicans did have one to give. Thunder have one to give.
First team foul under 2 minutes.
Against the shot clock, did he get it away in time? He did not. Thunder bench knew it. And Jenna Renault has just told everybody, take the three off the board.
Shot clock violation, no basket.
So we got the blue strip across the scores table for a scoring change.
Oh, okay.
Green for a challenge, blue for a scoring change.
We got to get used to the color coordination.
Carlson, jumper, good.
Big fella kind of nice now.
Summer League action continues on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. NBA TV tomorrow, Pistons and Heat at 4. ESPN2 tomorrow, Pacers and Knicks at 4:30. ESPN tomorrow for Spurs and Hornets at 7. And then the nightcap, Celtics and Lakers. Timeout taken by the Pelicans here with a 1-point lead. Thunder had been rolling through Summer League, but the New Orleans Pelicans making a stand here in Vegas.
Skipping breakfast wasn't a big deal.
For Shoemate. Baker's entry pass deflected. Shoemate came up with it. There's another steal, another takeaway for the Thunder. Carlson, Euros, floats, no. Rebound tapped around, captured by Shoemate. Alexander, 2-on-1. Lob, Reeves lays it in. What was so impressive about the Thunder last year, I thought, Isaiah, was not only their commitment to defense, but their discipline.
And yes. Their discipline, their belief in You know, when you look at the lob here and the finish and the timing in that pass, that was beautiful.
New Orleans leading by 3. Shot clock down to 4. Barnheiser got fouled as he moved toward the rim. Brooks Barnheiser out of Northwestern will go to the free throw line. Averaged 17 points per game in Evanston. I'd said earlier that he'd been a defensive menace. He had 8 steals in both of the first 2 games. Or I should say he had 7 and then 6. The summer league record for steals in a game is 8.
And may I ask who holds that record?
That I do not have in my information.
Okay. Well, 8 is a lot,
especially in a 40-minute game.
Yeah.
Fears back in, a 3 off. 6 the difference. Shot clock to game clock. Pelicans do not have a foul to give. Thunder do. Gortman spins, hangs, double clutches, no. Rebound filters out to Fears. New Orleans can hold for the final shot of the half. Again, the Thunder do have a foul to give. Fears had it knocked away. Barnheiser got a finger on it. Barnheiser half court, gonna go! And off the heel from Brooks Barnheiser. And the New Orleans Pelicans, they have led by as many as 10, but the margin is 2 here at halftime. Jeremiah Fears, a 9-point, 5-rebound first half. Fearless, great hand.
Minix on the baseline to fade away. Oh, wow. For the win. It's just fun to be out here, be with the guys, enjoy Vegas, and get to know these guys and just have fun hooping.
Oh, my goodness.
Yo, he touched it. Here we go.
I love it. I love it.
So much excitement here in Las Vegas, and we have excitement coming right around the break. 2-point game. We'll be back for the second half after this.
When you're with Amex Platinum, you can go the distance for what you love. And with travel perks,
He can knock down the three. And the thing that I like about him, he can get anywhere out on the floor that he needs to get to. Not a lot of wasted dribble. He keeps it tight in the box. So therefore, he can make the pass when he needs to make the pass. And, you know, when you watch him handle the basketball, again, there's not a whole lot of wasted dribble. He dribbles and he makes the necessary dribbles that he needs to get in and out of situations.
Shot blocked. Ward went up for the jumper and found it rejected. Dickinson with the block. Out of bounds to the Pelicans. Neither team shooting particularly well. Thunder just down to 28%. And both teams not shooting well from three. Rebound to Leons. Barnheiser. Corner three. And as soon as I say teams not shooting well from three, Chris Youngblood drills a three, and the Thunder have the lead from 10 down, 35-34.
You know, as we said last night, when you got the name Youngblood, you got to live up to the name. And he definitely has lived up to his name.
Youngblood shooting 56% here in Summer League, 50% from three. That was his first three-point make today. Trey Alexander, the only player on either side of double figures, 11 off the bench, including 3 threes. That was deflected, so it's a loose ball situation out over and back. But a very short shot clock. Fears retrieves, brings it to front court with 5 on the clock. Desperation three hits nothing. Hunter Dickinson forced into what is known in the NBA circles as a hand grenade. Had to shoot it against the shot clock.
And OKC comes out with a different type of intensity and tenacity on the defensive side. And this is where they make their mark and they just wear you down until they get good shots.
Barnheiser with a turnaround. Dickinson with the rebound. Quinones off with the three. Dickinson taps the rebound out. Reeves and a foul. I thought it was simply out of bounds, but Barnheiser did call for a foul on the sideline. Corner three, too strong by Brooks. A look ahead, Leons running the floor, and the Thunder, its largest lead of the game, 37-34. First half pretty much controlled by the Pelicans. Reeves works against Gortman, and Gortman will get called for the foul.
Foul number 26, Jason Gortman, his first, team's third.
First foul on Gortman, team's third, and free throws coming here for Antonio Reeves. Reeves, a 47th pick overall, originally drafted by Orlando in 2024. Isaiah, you played with Joe Dumars, obviously, won a couple of championships together. What is it about Joe that will make him successful as the general manager of this Pelicans franchise?
Well, he's won as a player. He's won as an executive. He and Jerry West hold that honor. And he knows how to build a team. He knows how to build culture. And he's a great communicator. And I just think that going home to Louisiana, where he's from, I just think that, it's the perfect end to the story for him to be able to finish off his career like that.
Barnheiser, back-to-back buckets, and another steal for Barnheiser. And we talked about his ability to force turnovers, and you're seeing, Isaiah, to your point, as Spears challenging the bigs inside. You're seeing a Thunder team playing with a renewed sense of intensity. And I think that they looked at the first half and they said, this is not up to Thunder standards. This is not how we play.
Yeah, not how they play. And again, you get the steal, get out in transition, and at OKC, there is a standard. There's a standard for playing. There's a standard for personhood, chemistry, how they're going to act, how they're going to be. And when you're a champion, you can demand and set those standards, and they have.
Barnhizer has it again. Lauren, you have more on him.
I do. Summer League Coach Johnson called Barnhizer the tone setter of the team. He plays really hard every single possession, he said, especially on defense. And he takes a lot of pride on that end. For a Summer League team who's just getting together for the first time, he said that helps their identity and who we want to be. And you just saw that with that steal a few minutes ago.
Brooks with the 3 for New Orleans. Foul on Hunter Dickinson on the other end as you get a good look at Brooks Barnhizer. 44th overall pick by the Thunder. Had a 17-point game in the victory over Indiana. Was plus 25 in 25 minutes. So you want to talk about a difference maker? Barnhizer certainly has been that for the Thunder. Gortman, fadeaway jumper is pure. Thunder lead is 2. Dickinson, Quinones, 8 to shoot. On the deck, into the traffic. Dispossessed of the basketball, 4-on-1. Youngblood to the rack. And then the finish by Barnhizer, who has been everywhere. Well, Lauren reporting that he's a tone setter, in the words of Summer League coach Connor Johnson, and Barnhizer living up to that.
You know, the other thing that's impressive is the OKC bench. I mean, when you look at their bench, all of their players are into it. They're rooting each other on. You know, at the timeout, look how they all come out to the floor, congratulate each other. I mean, you know, it's contagious, that chemistry that they've built.
The first day back from maternity.
Mitchell. I mean, you talk about a stacked deck.
Yeah.
I mean, we are in Vegas after all, right?
Absolutely. They got 4 aces, and you only get 4 on the deck, but somehow they figured out a way to get 5 of them.
How many decks are in that shoe?
Yeah, I mean, you know, and when you look at OKC, you know, again, I said this the other day, most teams are talking about small ball, and they play big ball. I mean, when you look at their size They start 2 7-footers, and SGA is like a 6'5", 6'6" point guard. They're not playing small ball in OKC.
Cameron Brown with a make, and then Trey Alexander, his first bucket here of the second half. Meanwhile, Barnhizer was 6 of his 9 here in the third quarter. Thunder a 4-point lead after trailing by as many as 10. Carlson fadeaway, that came up short. Quinones with the rebound. And the thing about this Thunder team, and you can joke as Dickinson hits the hook, you can joke about an embarrassment of riches. You can only keep so many guys.
You can only keep so many. And this is where the rest of the NBA is licking their chops, and they get to take advantage of the good work that Presti has done because they get to eat off his leftovers.
Carlson, nice finish in the paint. Oklahoma City Blue, their G League affiliate. They won a G League championship with that squad. Great hands and a knock away by Brown. And then Barnhizer finishes with a flourish. Barnhizer in double figures with 11. 8 in the quarter. Under 4 remaining in the third. Thunder trying to create some separation on the scoreboard. Fears is fouled on the jump shot. Barnhizer frustrated with himself.
Number 23, Brooks Barnhizer hits second.
Worst first to Lee is trapped on the sideline. Quick steal and strong finish at the rim.
Cameron Brown with a knockaway. Thunder have forced 14 turnovers for 14 points. Fears the line for repairs. We tell you the Emirates NBA Cup returns to the Las Vegas December 13th and 16th. Get access first to experience all the action live with NBA experiences. Visit nbaevents.com to purchase tickets and experiences. And the Emirates NBA Cup, that has grown into a real special event for the NBA.
It definitely has made the first half of the season so important and so meaningful to the players.
Carlson lines up a 3. It's through. There were some, I think, who were a bit skeptical about an in-season competition, but you're right. It definitely gives a little bit more flavor and flair. And Fears will go to the free throw line. I believe that they did call a foul, not basket interference. So there'll be 2 free throws coming here for Fears. But what it does is there had been the feeling that the NBA season really didn't begin with the fans until Christmas.
Yes.
So now you have a tentpole event earlier in the season, and then you go from that to Christmas, to the All-Star game, and then the chase for the playoffs, and then the institution of the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
So you have more teams with an opportunity to compete for a playoff berth. So the NBA's done a really good job of maintaining an interest level throughout the entire 82-game season.
Excellent job. And the play-in, it gives every team a chance to make it in those last 2 weeks, which has become really exciting. And if you remember, the last 2-3 weeks used to be tanking season, but now it's play-in season.
Reynolds back in the game, creating off the bounce. Finds Brown underneath. Cameron Brown with a bucket. He started 3 games for the Oklahoma City Blue last year. Fears just able to save it before going across the midcourt line, and Shoemake with 2 hands over the top. Youngblood dropping in another 3. Thunder have gone from 10 down to 10 up. Fears distributes. Alexander's 3 is through. Trey Alexander. He has been great from 3 tonight. 3 of 6 from the long line, 16 on the night. Youngblood, screened by Carlson, pick and roll, and a New Orleans foul. Fouls on Dickinson. Thunder by 7 and a timeout. Just under 2 remaining in the third.
Oh, look, I'm bottomless. Just like bottomless apps for $9.99.
He has 10 up. The lead is 7 at the moment, and Brooks Barnhizer 4 for 4 for 8 points here in the third quarter. 8 of his 11 here in the period. Gortman feeds Youngblood, waits out the traffic and banks it in. Patient play by Chris Youngblood to push the lead back to 9, 61-52. A.J. Hoggard back into the lineup. Will Baker also in for New Orleans. Leon's pressuring Hoggard, 5 to shoot. Hoggard forced into a little step through, got it away in time. Tap rebound, Hoggard runs it down. Spins, baseline, yes! And the foul. A.J. Hoggard out of Vanderbilt. Averaged 9.5 a year ago in Nashville.
Nice move. I mean, the crossover, the spin, the lean, off the glass, in one, against a great defender, but couldn't do nothing with that.
Leon's with the foul. Hoggard to the line. Appearing in just his second game here in Summer League. Had 2 points last night in the loss to Portland. Gortman turns down the screen. Contact and free throws coming. Carlson was there to set the screen, but Gortman says, I'm going to go the other way. Foul on Shoemate. Shoemate, really good defender. Southland Conference Defensive Player of the Year, not once, but twice at McNeese State. Started his collegiate career at Tulsa. Gortman drops in the first. Thunder now 12 of 18 from the free throw line. Thunder were shooting 28% at halftime. They are up to 45%.
And again, a lot of that has come off of their defense. The transition baskets, the steals, getting out in the open court, getting good shots, getting good early good looks, definitely improves your field goal percentage.
Thunder foul, putting Hunter at the line. You saw Connor Johnson there on the Thunder sideline. He's been an assistant in Oklahoma City since 2021. Was a grad assistant at Villanova, then joined the 76ers as a video coordinator. His tenure at Philadelphia between 2014 and 2018. And right now, the path to being a head coach in the NBA is through the video room.
It's through the video room. I still like to say that, you know, the guys who have worked hard, stayed in the NBA for years, they definitely have a know-how and an understanding of how the league works.
Portman with a bucket.
Definitely paid their dues.
I think one of the first guys to do that was Eric Spoelstra, who he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. There's no doubt in my mind. And he goes back to the days when you had a lot of satellite dishes and a lot of VHS machines in a back room somewhere.
But when we talk about Spoelstra, right, you know, it's not just the video room. It's you know, when he started in Portland, there were great coaches there that he had a chance to learn from, be around every single day. And in that Portland organization, and then going with Riley, I mean, so when we talk about Spoelstra being a guy coming out of the video room, that's not necessarily, it's true, but the education and the tutelage that he was getting from the people he was around, that's what made him extra special, and from a learner to a master of the game, because he got taught well by the people that he was around.
Right, and if some people are like, Portland, wait a second. Well, his dad, John Spoelstra, was an executive with the Trailblazers. Gortman, rebound, Shoemate. Half-court heave, well off the mark. Brooks with a
Pride yourself in your ability to change a game like you did here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know, got to be my calling card. You know, I feel like, you know, that's where my identity lays, and that's just trying to help the team, whether it be getting steals, you know, making the right reads, or, you know, just playing hard as, you know, heck. So that's just all I'm trying to do. And, you know, I think we won that quarter by like 11, so now we got to finish in the fourth.
You did. How do you finish out in the fourth now?
Just keeping the same principles, just being the hardest playing team, most communicative, and just most physical. If we can do that, we should win this ballgame.
Brooks, appreciate it. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Brooks draws a foul for the Pelicans. How about this? The Thunder. We talked about the Thunder probably were back in the locker room saying we're not playing Thunder basketball. 32 points in the first half, 34 points in the third quarter. They get 8 from Barnhizer, 9 from Youngblood, 6 from Gortman.
And again, the defensive pressure, the defensive stops led to all of that. And when we look at their bench, you know, the excitement and enthusiasm that their bench has shown during these runs has been impressive also.
And if you are an aspirant of being a Thunder player, it's not only that you want to be in the NBA, you want to be part of a championship winning franchise. Portman's fadeaway not there. Leones with a rebound. Youngblood, a leaning three, is off. Hunter missing the runner. Leones with a rebound. Boy, look at Leones run the floor. Extra pass. Youngblood, a three. It's through. Youngblood out of Alabama. Like Brandon Carlson, undrafted. Another Sam Presti special.
Yeah, unbelievable, right? Like I say, the rest of the league gets to sit back and eat off his leftovers because, you know, their talent evaluation in OKC, you know, is something to marvel at.
Trey Alexander's fourth three of the game. Thunder lead is 7. Barnhizer led Northwestern in steals a year ago, 2.3 a game. On the deck, 5 to shoot, spins off balance, had nowhere to go, now slow to get up on the other end. Reverse layup, missed by Hunter. And there's Barnhizer, opportunistic.
You know, when we talk about, you know, OKC's talent evaluation, the one thing that I can say, you know, whenever I was scouting and whenever I was on the road, Sam Presti was always there. And a lot of scouts that I know around the league, wherever they go, they always say Sam Presti was there. So his talent evaluation is just not luck. He packs up his suitcase, he gets out on the road, and he's there watching and evaluating and making sure that they get the right person, and he's had his eyeballs on everyone.
But take us inside the mind of a talent evaluator. You've coached in the NBA, you've been in the front office, you've looked at players, you've had to evaluate players. What goes into evaluating a player when you're looking at somebody maybe overseas or in college?
Well, the first thing that you're looking for, okay, is does he have the skill level to play in the NBA? And what are his identifiable skills? Now, they all have skill, but then you have to apply it to the style of play that your team plays. And a lot of these guys, when we're talking about they're undrafted, but they may fit OKC's style of play. So there's only 30 teams. And what Presti does exceptionally well, and what I was able to do, and I would say Jerry West and I, we were always able to look at the team that we were working for, understand the style of play, and then find the player to fit that unique, different style of play. And again, I'm gonna say his name again. Jerry Krause was a master at it because, hey, Jerry Krause, when he implemented the triangle, he went so totally against the grain of the league. He brought in Tex Winters, Phil Jackson, guys who hadn't, you know, really coached in the league. And then he brought in a college system, and he implemented the triangle. And then he went and got players to fit the triangle, which was, you know, just masterful work. And I think that's what Presti is doing now.
Barnhizer again. Well, one of the philosophies that has stayed with me throughout my years in the NBA, the late great Steve Snapper Jones would say, what is your identity?
Yes.
And you have to have an organizational identity, a style of play, and say, this is who we are. And there might be some who put together a team with a lot of flashy stats, but do you have guys that can fit your system and execute your system?
And that's the difference between the geniuses of the game that we, and I like to say I played for in my era. There were just flat out geniuses organizationally. And what they were able to do, this was not a copycat league until people started copying each other.
Barnhizer, wow! And look at the Oklahoma City bench.
I mean, every team played differently. No one really copied each other. Now it's a copycat league.
Barnhizer, oh, he wanted that in the worst way.
Oh, tough fall. That was an ugly fall that he took. Right into the cameraman.
And he remains down.
Now look at the bench. Look at OKC's entire bench. Every single person. That bench is empty. There's not one player sitting on that bench. Everyone is over there looking at that flare. That chemistry is beautiful.
Bourbon this balanced doesn't just happen. With subtle notes of bright cherry and warm vanilla, there's a method to our smoothness.
Team and everybody's going to go over and say, hey, you okay? And Barnhizer is indeed 14 of his 17 here in the second half. And you talk about somebody leaving it all out on the floor.
That's inspiring. I mean, when you have a player like that leaving it out on the floor, and then your teammates come cheer for you, reward you, and keep inspiring you. And look at them, they're all picking up full court. They're still pressing. This is a team that is saying, hey, it's not enough.
And
look at
second
that.
count.
Look at that. Look at that bench. They're so happy to have defensive success more so than they are offensive success.
Yeah, they're not cheering for a slam dunk. They're cheering for an 8-second violation.
Yes. That's the difference. And you want to ask, what does OKC do differently? That is the difference. Everybody's up on the slam dunk. They're up on the defensive stop.
Reynolds. Carlson with a dribble handoff. Leons. Shot clock down to 4. Brown, foul line jumper, no. Rebound to an open area. Leons kept it alive. Thought about the 3. Will drive, he'll scoop, he'll score. Malachi Leon. A 14-3 run, and the Thunder have broken it open. 5 minutes remaining. Fears scores on the other end. Thunder were down 10 early, trailed at halftime. But a massive third quarter. Leons, no. Follow, no. Fears, no fear. Has his shot blocked, but will go to the free throw line. Zach Austin was there to block it. There was contact before that. Eric Reynolds with the foul from Oklahoma City, and Fears to the free throw line.
Jeremiah Fears of the line shooting 2 shots.
Fears was 17, give him 18. As we tell you, Summer League action continues on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. On NBA TV tomorrow, Pistons and Heat at 4 Eastern, at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN2, Pacers and Knicks. Then on ESPN tomorrow, Spurs and Hornets at 7, Celtics, Lakers, 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPN tomorrow. Preliminary games wrapping up. This is the final preliminary game for these two teams. And the Thunder, remember we showed you the graphic earlier, they, at last check, were 5th in Summer League as Reynolds drops in the 3. They are unbeaten and look to remain so, but point differential is probably what will separate the 4 that become semifinalists and those that are playing the consolation game.
And make no mistake about it, they understand that point differential, and they're trying to pour it on right now.
Zach Austin with the follow. 30-point turnaround from 10 down to 20 up. The Thunder. Wow. Quinones. And the Thunder take time here. 3:36 remaining. 18-point lead. New Orleans good early. Thunder better late.
Americans, we can do anything we want, except one thing. We just can't stop being American. So get out there, take your swing, rev your engines and let freedom ring, and never, ever, ever stop being American. Nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
Right now with Employee Pricing Plus, purchase and get an average of $10,900 below MSRP on 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 models. Hurry in. Offer ends July 31st.
Oh, look, I'm bottomless. Just like bottomless apps for $9.99 at Buffalo Wild Wings. That's right.
Because at the end of the day, and you know this as well as anybody, the only thing you can control is how hard you play.
That's it. If you bring effort and intensity, you got a chance to play for every coach that's coaching basketball. But if you don't bring effort and intensity, you're probably going to end up finding yourself on the bench or not playing.
Approaching 3 minutes remaining. Dickinson. Shoemake stepped out of bounds. How about this about the Thunder? We talk about them forcing turnovers. You know how many turnovers the Thunder have here in the second half?
How many?
Zero.
Oh, well, that says it all. That says it all.
That's a shutout in a good kind of way.
Yes. Now, hopefully you didn't jinx them.
Let's not get started right now. Well, right now the Thunder, this standings update, if the Thunder win, which seems to be a pretty good bet at this point, then all the semifinalists will be undefeated. No team with a loss could be a semifinalist, and then among the undefeateds remaining, it's going to be all about point differential. Ty Brewer into the game. That won't fall. Shoemate on the pickup. Mady Sissoko into the game. Cesar Edwards into the game. Okay, there's your Thunder turnover for the half. Shoemate rebounds his own miss. Dickinson grabbed the rebound underneath. Shoemate was skying in as well. And free throws coming for the Pelicans here with 2:06 remaining. Mady Sissoko with his first foul. So Barnhizer done for the night with 19. Youngblood with 14. Bortman and Brandon Carlson with 10 apiece. Thunder were shooting 28% at halftime. Up to 46% here for the game. They certainly found another gear here in that second.
Got the turnover.
That's two. All I can do is report the numbers. Alexander, his three-point shot has been on point tonight. Alexander, his fifth triple of the night, 23 points for Alexander, who had, to date here in Vegas, scored a grand total of 5 points. Walton, Kerwin Walton out of Texas Tech. Fears getting physical and hitting the leaner.
Very nice. Nice. Down the lane. But you look at OKC, it's a minute 20 left, and they're still playing with great intensity and effort.
Quinones misses. Fact of the matter is, though, if you don't play hard with this group, you're not going to be with this group.
You're not going to be with this group. And the standard has been set. And, you know, the standard is the standard. And at OKC, there's a certain standard that has been set. Kudos to them for being able to do that.
Well, and the other piece of that, too, Isaiah, is it's proof of concept. If we do this, we lift a trophy.
We lift a trophy.
We get a ring.
Yes. So everybody has to buy in now.
Because we know how we got the blueprint. Pelicans coming out to trap with Fears and Quinones. Pelicans are over the limit. So free throws coming. New Orleans hit with a delay of game as well. Ty Brewer to the free throw line. Brewer connects on the first. So even without A.J. Mitchell and Nikola Topic, Thunder got production up and down the roster tonight. Final minute of the final preliminary game for both teams. Brewer with a little bit of a physical message here for Fears.
Number 42, Monty Sissoko, his second personal.
Sissoko with the foul. First Thunder foul under 2 minutes. Fears, 20-point game. Can he add to it? Not this time. Dickinson, a one-handed rebound, and draws a foul as he went up in traffic.
Number 27, Ty Brewer, his first.
Brewer, his first foul. So Hunter Dickinson to the free throw line, former Kansas Jayhawk. Averaged 17.5 a game and 10 rebounds. In Lawrence. Oklahoma City, there you see Topic and Leons. Thunder have held up their end of the bargain. Now it remains to be seen what point differential is going to be the rest of the way. Still more preliminary games tomorrow. Good defense by Dickinson on the attempt by Edwards. Edwards will try a three. In and out. Sissoko battling for the rebound, and Sissoko picks up the foul. Free throws for the Pelicans. And there's the man of the moment, Brooks Barnhizer. A 19-point, 9-rebound game. 16 of the 19 in the second half.
And a bloody nose, just to show you how hard he plays.
In another sport, he'd be an all-Madden team.
Absolutely.
It's a good game for Alexander. Really, really put together a great game tonight. The three-point shot was most certainly there. He had been 1 for 8 in Vegas. 7 of 13 from the floor, 5 of 9 from 3. Perfect from the line. 25 points for Trey Alexander. Shot clock is off. Thunder will go without a loss, and the Pelicans will go without a win. Lester Quinones, the foul, and free throws for Reynolds here. We will. We've got all the CPAs in the truck figuring out the point differential. So as soon as we get a final total here.
Well, I'm glad you're not talking about you and I as the CPAs.
And a fight for the loose ball. You gotta love competition.
It's great.
And I think they're gonna call. Yeah, they did call a jump ball. No foul. Jump ball. Sissoko against Dickinson with 10.9 remaining. Quick tap. Fears will get a breakaway and a dunk. Thunder by 14. Reynolds, Fears knocked it away. Corner three fails to fall for Cesar Edwards, and there's your final 95-81.